Got a low-end PC but still crave epic action and adventure? No worries. In this video, we're counting down 10 of the best action-adventure games that run smoothly on budget setups. Whether you love open worlds, intense combat, or gripping stories, we've got something for you. Let's dive in. On the number 10 spot, we have Brutal Legend. Brutal Legend is what happens when you mix heavy metal, hack-and-slash combat, open-world exploration, and real-time strategy. It's a wild combo, but it works. You play as Eddie Riggs, voiced by Jack Black, a roadie who gets transported to a fantasy world inspired by metal album covers. Here, you fight demons, ride a badass hot rod, and lead massive rock battles where you command headbanging warriors. The gameplay shifts between third-person combat and large-scale RTS-style fights, which can be hit or miss for some, but the world, music, and humor make it unforgettable. If you love metal and don't mind a little strategy in your action-adventure, this game is a must-play. On the number 9 spot, we have Oceanhorn Monster of Uncharted Seas. Oceanhorn Monster of Uncharted Seas is basically a love letter to classic Zelda games, especially Wind Waker. You play as a young adventurer searching for your lost father, while uncovering the secrets of a mysterious sea monster, Oceanhorn. The game throws you into a colorful, top-down world filled with islands to explore, puzzles to solve, and enemies to fight. Combat is simple but satisfying, and there's a mix of magic, swordplay, and environmental interactions. It's a great choice if you want a light, story-driven action-adventure with a classic feel. Perfect for low-end PCs and casual gaming sessions. On the number 8 spot, we have Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 puts you in the shoes of Dracula himself, the legendary vampire, but not in his prime. You wake up weak and struggling to regain your powers while facing off against both the Brotherhood of Light and an even greater evil. The gameplay is a mix of hack-and-slash combat, exploration, and some stealth sections, which, honestly, feel a bit out of place. The combat is where the game shines, fast, fluid, and packed with brutal combos using Dracula's blood whip and dark magic. The Gothic world is visually stunning, but the modern-day setting doesn't always hit the mark. If you love dark fantasy, intense boss fights, and playing as an anti-hero with serious power, Lords of Shadow 2 is worth a shot. Just be ready for some uneven pacing and a few frustrating design choices along the way. On the number 7 spot, we have Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider is basically Lara Croft's origin story, and it throws you straight into the action. You play as a young, inexperienced Lara who gets stranded on a mysterious island after a shipwreck. What starts as a survival mission quickly turns into a brutal fight against a violent cult. The game mixes intense combat, stealth, and exploration with plenty of climbing, shooting, and puzzle solving. The island is full of hidden secrets, and as you progress, you upgrade Lara's skills and gear, making her stronger and deadlier. The story is gripping, the world feels alive, and the action is cinematic. If you like fast-paced adventure with a bit of a survival twist, this one's a must-play. On the number 6 spot, we have Remember Me. Remember Me is a cyberpunk action-adventure game set in a dystopian future where memories can be digitized, stolen, and altered. You play as Neeline, a memory hunter who's had her own past erased, and your goal is to uncover the truth while taking down the powerful corporation behind it all. The game's combat is a mix of beat-em-up and combo customization, letting you tweak your moves for damage, healing, or special effects. But the real highlight is the memory remix mechanic, where you manipulate people's memories to change their perception of reality. It's like hacking someone's past. The world is visually stunning, with a futuristic Paris full of neon-lit streets and towering skyscrapers. It's a bit linear, and the combat can feel repetitive, but if you love unique sci-fi settings and story-driven experiences, Remember Me is definitely worth checking out. On the number 5 spot, we have Subnautica. Imagine crashing on an alien ocean planet with nothing but a life pod and your wits. That's Subnautica. It's a survival game where you explore the deep, gather resources, and build your own underwater base, all while unraveling the planet's mysteries. At first, it's peaceful, with vibrant reefs and harmless fish. But as you go deeper, the ocean gets darker, more dangerous, and full of terrifying creatures. There's no hand-holding, just pure discovery and atmosphere. If you love exploration, crafting, and a bit of horror lurking in the depths, this game is a must-play. On the number 4 spot we have Batman Arkham City. Imagine stepping into Gotham as Batman, but this time, the whole city is your playground. Batman Arkham City takes everything great about Arkham Asylum and cranks it up. Bigger world, more villains, and way more freedom. You're gliding across rooftops, sneaking through shadows, and breaking bones with some of the best combat in any game. The story? Dark, gripping, and packed with twists. Plus, every punch feels satisfying, and the detective work keeps things fresh. If you've ever wanted to be Batman, this is the game that truly makes you feel like the Dark Knight. On the number 3 spot we have Mirror's Edge. Mirror's Edge is a first-person parkour game that feels like nothing else. You play as Faith, a runner in a sleek, dystopian city where movement is your greatest weapon. Instead of traditional combat, you're sprinting across rooftops, wall running, and pulling off insane jumps to escape enemies. The game's clean, minimalist aesthetic and adrenaline-pumping chases make every moment feel cinematic. It takes a bit to master the movement, but once you do, it's incredibly satisfying. If you love fast-paced action with a unique style, this is a must-try. On the number 2 spot we have Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 is a first-person shooter where you play as Jason Brody, stranded on a dangerous tropical island after a vacation gone wrong. Your goal is to rescue your friends while uncovering the island's secrets. The game offers open-world exploration, intense combat, and a mix of stealth and action. You can take on missions, liberate outposts, and hunt animals for upgrades. The standout villain, Vaz, brings an unforgettable performance, and the story is gripping throughout. If you love open-world action with a strong narrative, Far Cry 3 is a must-play. Finally, on the number 1 spot, we have Skyrim. Skyrim is an open-world action RPG where you step into the boots of the Dragonborn, a hero with the power to slay dragons and harness their souls. The game takes place in the snowy, medieval world of Skyrim, filled with vast landscapes, towns, and dungeons to explore. You can go anywhere, do anything, whether that's battling bandits, crafting weapons, or joining factions like the Thieves' Guild or the Dark Brotherhood. The main story is about stopping a dragon apocalypse, but you can easily get lost in side quests and creating your own adventure. The combat is fluid with magic, swordplay, and archery, and the story is rich with lore that pulls you into its world. If you love freedom and endless exploration, Skyrim is your game. Alright guys, that is all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, then please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this, then consider subscribing to help support the channel. Also, feel free to let me know what videos you would like to see me upload next. Until next time, happy gaming!